Kogama versus Jamaica. There's big implications here. Major implications. Because if Jamaica wins, Momo's eliminated. That's massive. And then she has a chance to win depending on the result of Starlight Kid versus Mayu Iwatani. Can Kogama steal the victory and end Jamaica's hopes early in the night? I think Kogama can. I think Kogama wins here. Big win for Kogama. It just makes too much sense. Because I think Momo is representing this block. And if she's not, then Jamaica wins here, I think. It just makes more sense. If they're not having Momo go there, Jamaica wins here, and then it really adds to that Starlight Kid Mayu Iwatani match even more. That's just my opinion in the end. Azumi versus Ruaka. Azumi's winning that, getting her to 8 points, a respectable 8 points. Unagi Sayaka versus Saya Kamatani. If Saya Kamatani wins, she'll just need Syuri to lose. I'm picking the upset here. I think Unagi they see a lot in her, and these two have had a singles match at Yokohama Dream Cinderella in spring earlier this year. I think it's a time that they give Unagi a major win. They've been trying to do this on the big shows. It makes that much more sense. Having Unagi beat the Cinderella winner, ending her chance after beating Tam Nakano to kick off this tournament, makes so much sense for Stardom. It just does. It makes so much sense for Stardom. Micah versus Konami. I think this was a match that me and Parker felt was a spoiler type potential finals making match. I'm picking Micah. I think Micah wins here. I think Micah plays spoiler for Konami, ending Konami's little chance at winning the block for the second time in her career. Mayu Iwatani versus Starlight Kid, the biggest match in the history of Starlight Kid's career. And for Mayu Iwatani, it's her chance to stop Kid from, getting her promise of becoming on the same level as her, but also continuing that Oedo Tai story of her not wanting them to succeed, her wanting to stop them at all times. It just makes so much sense. Following the Saki win and Saki saying, you know what, on Saturday we're going to have a Oedo Tai final with Konami and Starlight Kid. You could always play the back-to-back match of Konami winning, giving her that shot. Then Kid potentially winning, but Mayu stealing that. I think that would be a good look as well. But at the beginning of this tournament, I really thought this was Starlight Kid's match to win, but I didn't think she was going to be the one in contention. I thought it would have been Mayu. So they flipped it. They flipped it on us. It's the opposite way. I think Mayu Iwatani not only takes this win, gets a high-speed title match at Osaka-jo Hall. That seems like the most reasonable spot for her in that major show. Now we're on to the two remaining matches, two massive matches. Utami Hayashishita versus Tam Nakano, World of Stardom champion, Wonder Stardom champion, head to head. That's huge. That doesn't just happen. How do you book this match? Tam has already lost way more than I think we can all say we thought. She's lost 4 times. Does she lose again to the champion? To me, this match just makes too much sense. It needs to go to a draw. I just don't know how you beat either champion. Because it's very unlikely you build to a title match if one wins. But at the same time, it makes even less sense if Tam wins. Unless you are going to do that title match before Utami loses the title. I think it goes to a draw. I think that's the best course of action here. I think that's the only draw you need on the night as well. Syuri versus Takumi Roja. I think this is my most highly anticipated match, personally, of the entire tournament. Just what these two are capable of with their strikes, with their different games. Syuri brings the Mac game. Takumi Roja brings the power game. It's a wonderful mix. It's a wonderful mix. And I felt for a long time this could be the match that decides our winner. Syuri wins. I think Syuri wins. Syuri secures that spot in the finals. Her versus Momo. And, we're going to break down the final here. What happens? It makes too much sense to do Momo versus Syuri, because many of us believe that was Julia's spot. Now with Julia out, Momo gets in. That, unless they want to hold such a major match like that and have a Kid or Micah get in again, it seems like the layup. Now, Kid getting in would be awesome. I think that would just be such a huge confidence boost overall, and just a stunning rise to the top so quickly. I don't think anyone would have predicted Starlight Kid in the final a month ago, let alone 8 months ago when she wasn't even Oyo Tai. It's stunning to think this could be completely different from what we imagined. Syuri could not make it. Momo could not make it. We don't know. Rossi has been booking this very, very interesting compared to, I think, what a lot of us figured it would be. And that's the beauty of the tournament itself. That's the beauty of what we're watching here. That's the beauty of what Stardom has been able to give us. So I sit here, I think in my head, what makes the most sense? Syuri defeating Momo in the final, guaranteeing that one final match with Utami for the title. That's the story that makes the most sense. I love Momo. I think, she's one of the absolute best in the world. She's one of my absolute favorite wrestlers in the world. But the story is written perfectly for Syuri to rise up and get that final title shot. Does she beat Utami? I don't know. But I think her outlasting the rest, outlasting one of the most stacked blocks ever, then beating Utami's, former tag team partner, stablemate, to get the title shot, it's perfect. It's perfect.